day 12. So I told you guys yesterday that I was going to speak about the fact that I have only been doing these types of videos for a few days. I've been trying to change my wig a bit to make it a bit fun at least, but yeah, it's been a few days of this. And the reason why is it's been, let's say, a few not so great days. Because I think about 2 weeks ago, someone bumped into my car and I wasn't hurt, thankfully. I just had a bit of a backache the next day, but that was fine. And I couldn't use my car, so I couldn't really go around places. But even more than that, about, let's say, 6 days ago, I wasn't feeling very well, and even though I'm literally in contact with almost no one for more than a few minutes, and even then I'm wearing a mask because my husband is working from home, I'm homeschooling my kids so they're not going to school, I'm only at home, and when I do my deliveries I'm always with a mask and minimal contact, but I was still scared because I wasn't feeling that good. So I called the helpline in Malta on Monday and they gave me an appointment. I told them I wasn't feeling well and that I had a bit of a fever, and they gave me an appointment for that Wednesday. So I go on Wednesday and I was terrified, and I mean I was so scared because you hear so many different people speaking about kind of the test and whether it hurts or not, and I was terrified. Even though Stephen kept telling me it doesn't really hurt, it's just uncomfortable, and I was like, no, you're just trying to be strong for me. But yeah, I was really, really scared. In fact, on my way to there, I was driving so slowly. If I had walked, if I had crawled, I would have gotten there before because I was terrified. But yeah, just to alleviate your curiosity, it didn't hurt, thankfully. It was uncomfortable, and I'm going to just put a video up there of me getting the test done, just so those of you who are worried about the test can put your mind at ease and see that it's really an easy process and it's not really a big deal at all. Alright, so as you can see, it only takes a few moments.
Thank you,
and yeah, it's a very thin cotton bud, because I thought it would be like the regular cotton bud, and I couldn't imagine that. But yeah, it didn't really hurt that much. But of course, since I suffer from anxiety and it can get quite bad, waiting for the result was a bigger issue kind of than actually getting the test done. And with the anxiety that came with it, I started feeling a lot of shortness of breath, and of course I didn't know whether this was because of the virus or whether what it could be, because in the meantime, while I'm waiting for my result, I was still sick. And yeah, I received, sorry about that. Yeah, I received a message that another person who had gotten the test at the same time that I did had gotten their result, and I still hadn't gotten it. So I started kind of getting worried, but I decided to wait a few hours. So after those few hours were up, I called the helpline again and I told them, listen, people who tested at the same day, at the same time, same center as me have gotten their result and I haven't gotten nothing yet. They said, well, you have to wait 72 hours and there's nothing we can do. In the meantime, I hadn't slept since Monday because I was really, really worried, and I was sleeping 2-3 hours here and there, waking up in the middle of the night, because mental health is something which is very important, and when you start kind of not really taking care of it that much, it can really make you feel unwell. So in fact, I started feeling worse and worse, and by the time that 48 hours had passed, so this was Friday, I called them. I said, I'm feeling so unwell, I can't breathe, my fever is still high, and I can't see a doctor because I have my fever and I don't want to risk going out of the house. In fact, I didn't go at all since the first day that I started feeling even just a bit unwell. but because I really don't like to risk it, I'm taking this very seriously. And yeah, well, so I called them 48 hours later and they tell me, okay, we can get a doctor on the phone for you. And I mean, everyone was being so helpful, but at the same time, there wasn't much they could do about it, you know? So it kind of felt worse because there's no one really to blame, but you're still having the effect of it. And the doctor talks to me and he tells me kind of what I should take. He said I can take my Ventolin instead of the nebulizer, which I sometimes take when I'm having breathing issues. And in the meantime, kind of, I have these vlogs to make, which I love doing, but at moments when I had my fever a bit higher up, it wasn't as easy to do, but still fun, I mean. And, but you might have noticed kind of that sometimes I had a bit of the sweats or that I wasn't 100% myself. But yeah, so I call and at this point I'm really panicking. When he tells me kind of there's not much you can do. Just take your Panadols for your fever and Ventolin for the difficulty in breathing. And I just break out crying. And Stephen ended up taking a video of me because he was trying to ask my mom what he could do to help me. And I was just trying to prepare the kids' lessons since I'm homeschooling and just bawling my eyes out. And when I see it now, it's really difficult for me to watch, and I hope it's okay for you guys. I hope it doesn't get you too emotional. In fact, I'm going to show it now. If you're the type who gets a bit emotional by seeing other people cry, maybe you should fast forward this. It's just a short bit. But yeah, I was really emotional, and I just didn't know what I could do, and I felt ill, and I was scared that if it had been the virus, even though it was very unlikely, but if it had been the virus, am I getting progressively worse and I'm not doing anything about it, you know? So 72 hours passed. I call again that night and they tell me wait for the 72 hours to pass and send an email. And this was Saturday by this time, and I'm telling them, well, Saturday means I'll have a long time till I get an answer. So Stephen tells them, what can we do? They said, okay, send the email and then call us. So we called them after sending the email. They tell us they have to fill a paper, and that paper has to be sent to the lab and whatever. So we knew that this wasn't something which was going to be solved soon. In the meantime, I'm getting really anxious. I haven't slept at that point since Tuesday. So it had been 4 days of me sleeping only a few hours, and I was tired. So I felt really bad. And mentally, I was exhausted and super anxious. And so Stephen just called again on Saturday after we realized this, and he said, listen, is there a possibility that since there is a high chance that this was lost in some way, that we book another test quickly? And he explained the situation. He explained that I still had a fever. He explained that I was feeling unwell, that I couldn't really breathe. And they managed to book me in for the next day. So they booked me in for yesterday, and by that time my fever had gone down and I had started taking the Ventolin, so my breathing was a bit better. And it still wasn't completely gone, but it was much better. And then we went to get the second swab test, which is here. Now this one can be seen a bit more in detail, so if you get grossed out, don't watch it. But if you're curious because you want to know how it looks, this has a better angle, I think, because it's from the side. So yeah, so I got that done, and then yesterday I had started already feeling a bit better. I decided that I would just try my best to relax. It was very difficult, but since I knew there would be at least another 24 hours till I get the result, I just decided to kind of take it off my mind, just try my best not to think about it at all. And yeah, so I did that, and or as best as I could, I started watching a scary movie, because when I'm watching a scary movie, it's the type of movie which is best for me to just concentrate on that and nothing else. And finally today, a few hours ago actually, I received the negative result, thankfully. I mean, I knew that it wasn't very probable, since I literally I have not even my family, I haven't seen anyone without a mask except Stephen and the kids since since the summer for sure. In the summer I had a week with my parents and my family, and before that I hadn't seen them since March again, and we usually see each other every day, so that's very difficult for us. But yeah, safety first, you know. So finally now I've been about 24 hours without a fever, more than that, and yeah, I've been to the doctor and it wasn't related to the virus, thankfully. But in my case, I just think, especially because of so many vulnerable people, myself being one of them, I take it a bit to the extreme sometimes, and I know that. But I think it's better safe always, and I try my best kind of to do my part, and yeah, so at least it's good news now, and I've started getting better as well. Well, I'm better today. In fact, even my skin is better. Yesterday it was a bit the color was showing a bit that I wasn't at my best, let's say that. But yeah, so it's not a big deal if you guys are scared about doing the test. I mean, it's not fun. It's not like I'm going to, yay, let me go do another one. But yeah, it didn't really hurt. It was just uncomfortable. It was super uncomfortable. In fact, at one point I just closed my eyes a bit like this, because I mean, it's something foreign in your nose. But yeah, that was why I hadn't been doing any vlogs outside, and just here at home. Like I've been spending most of the quarantine really, but sometimes I did go out, for example, to places where I know nobody's going to be. So that I missed, even like kind of the fresh air. And yeah, I hope you still enjoyed the Vlogtober videos that I had been preparing during this time, and hopefully now I'm back to my old self, and I'll be able to do more fun vlogs. I did get a package delivered today, so tomorrow probably will be something related to fashion. So those of you who are what my kids called OG subscribers and like my fashion vlogs, you'll get something that you enjoy there as well. And yeah, take care guys, stay safe, like and subscribe, and see you guys tomorrow.